Self-discipline is a myth. Those people you see waking up at 5 a.m., crushing their to-do lists before you've even had your first coffee, they don't have more willpower than you. Honestly, they're just playing a different game entirely. They've understood something you haven't. Relying on willpower is like trying to build a skyscraper with Scotch tape. It's designed to fail. So why are you still trying to white-knuckle your way through the day? Relying on a resource that research shows is as limited as the battery on your phone. Today, I'm going to pull back the curtain on what these elite performers actually do that makes willpower almost irrelevant. And the best part? You can set this up in less than 5 minutes tonight. As a psychologist who spent a decade obsessed with the habits of high achievers, I've seen this pattern again and again. So let's get right into it. Here's what they know that you don't. First, they stop trying to control their minds and start controlling their environment. Your brain is fundamentally lazy. I don't mean that as an insult. It's a feature, not a bug. It's designed to conserve energy, which means it will always choose the path of least resistance, the easiest option. High achievers don't fight this. They exploit it. This principle is called environment design. Think of it this way. When you walk into a supermarket, where are the candies and magazines? Right at the checkout. The designers know that after an hour of making good, healthy decisions, your willpower is drained. A state psychologists call ego depletion. And at that moment of weakness, the easiest, most tempting option is right there in front of you. They've designed the environment for you to fail. Successful people simply reverse this logic in their own lives. They make their desired habits the easy, default option, and their undesired habits a total pain to get to. They create friction for the things they want to avoid. So, how do you actually do this? It's incredibly simple. Look at a habit you want to build. Let's say it's reading more. Most people put their book on a shelf with 100 other books. To read, they have to get up, find the book, make a decision, and sit down. That's friction. Instead, tonight, take the book you want to read and place it on your pillow. That's it. Now, when you go to bed, the easiest thing to do is pick it up. You've made reading the path of least resistance. Now, think about a habit you want to break. Let's say it's scrolling on your phone at night. Don't rely on willpower to just not do it. That's a losing battle. Instead, increase the friction. Buy a cheap alarm clock for your bedroom and start charging your phone in the kitchen overnight. Is it inconvenient to go get it? Yes, that's the entire point. You've made the bad habit harder to do than the good one, which is just closing your eyes and going to sleep. This isn't about being stronger, it's about being smarter. You're creating a system where the right choice becomes the lazy choice. The second thing high achievers do is they don't just decide what to do. They decide when and where they're going to do it. This sounds ridiculously simple, but the psychological impact is profound. It's a technique called an implementation intention, pioneered by psychologist Peter Gollwitzer. Here's the thing. A vague goal like, I want to exercise more. Is that useful to your brain? No. It's an abstract wish with no concrete plan. Your brain doesn't know what to do with it. But when you create an implementation intention, you're literally preloading a decision into your brain, giving it a specific cue and a predetermined response. It's like programming a GPS for your mind. The formula is dead simple. If situation happens, then I will action. Let's say you keep procrastinating on a big, intimidating project for work. A vague goal like, I'll work on the report this week. Will that happen? Probably not. An implementation intention, though? It's, if it is 2 p.m. tomorrow and I have just finished my lunch, then I will close all other tabs and work on the introduction of the report for just 15 minutes. See the difference? You've given your brain a clear, unmistakable trigger, 2 p.m. after lunch, and a clear, non-threatening action, work for just 15 minutes. When that time comes, your brain doesn't have to make a decision. The decision is already made. It just has to execute the pre-programmed command, moving the action from the conscious, effortful part of your brain to the more automatic, subconscious part. You're essentially putting your goals on autopilot. Let me tell you about a client I worked with. Let's call her Sarah. She was a brilliant software engineer, one of the most creative coders I've ever met, but she was a chronic procrastinator. She'd miss deadlines, work in frantic all-night bursts, and live in a constant state of anxiety. Her willpower was completely shot. During one of our sessions in the sterile, glass-walled conference room, I asked her, "Sarah, what's the very first thing you do when you get to your desk in the morning?" She paused, looked uncomfortable, and said, "Honestly, I open my email. Then I check a few news sites. Then maybe some Slack messages to see what's on fire." I leaned in. And when does the real work, the deep, creative coding, actually start? She winced. After an hour? Maybe more. It feels like climbing a mountain every single morning. I just can't bring myself to start. She was trying to use willpower to climb that mountain every day, and she was exhausted. So we did two things. First, apply environment design. I had her do something radical. Tonight, before leaving work, close every app except coding software. That's it. And put her phone in a drawer, out of sight. We were removing friction to start the right task and adding it to the distracting ones. Second, we created a single implementation intention, not 10, just one. Ours was, if it's 9:01 a.m. and I'm at my desk, then I'll open the project file and work on the first line of code. Not the whole project, just the first line. She was skeptical but desperate, so she agreed to try it for a week. A week later, I got an email from her. It feels easy. I called her and she explained, the first day I sat down and my coding project was just there, the only thing on the screen. My muscle memory wanted to open email, but I had to find the program. It was easier to start coding. Our if-then plan was like a script. 9 a.m. chimed and I just did it. No internal debate. The fight was gone. Within a month, she hit all deadlines and finished work by 4 p.m. daily. She wasn't stronger. She didn't get more willpower. She built a smarter system working with her brain, not against it. So, you see, self-discipline isn't about a stronger will. It's not about being a robot or having superhuman grit. It's about being a smarter architect of your life, designing a world where the things you want to do are the easiest. So tonight, I want you to pick just one thing. Don't overhaul your entire life, just one. Will you lay out gym clothes so they're the first thing you see in the morning? Or write one if-then plan for that dreaded task? Just pick one. Make the right choice the easy choice. Because the most successful, productive, and peaceful people, they aren't fighting a constant, exhausting battle against themselves. They've designed a world where they don't have to, and now, so can you.